Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Craig Campbell from Pastor Craig's Cards, and it's Super Bowl Eve here. Tomorrow's the Super Bowl, and in honor of that, I pulled out my Packer hero, Bart Starr, Super Bowl 1 and 2 MVP. My Packers aren't playing, but I can still say, hey, it's the Lombardi Trophy, and Bart Starr was the first Super Bowl MVP, games 1 and 2. So just a real fan of Bart Starr, and me and my youngest son in 2004, I think it was 2004. It was Bart Starr Day at Lambeau Field, and we went to the game, and we got to meet Bart Starr, and we got pictures taken with him, and a couple of hats autographed, and then we also got to meet Gale Sayers, and which was pretty interesting. So just a real memorable day to meet Bart Starr and to meet Gale Sayers and be there with my youngest son. So just to honor Bart Starr here on the eve of Super Bowl. And real quick, I wanted to show you this card, Lou Burdett. I had it out the other day, but Concrete Buddy had made a comment. He made a comment on my video and said that Burdett was posing as a left-hander here. And sure enough, I did a little research, and he's posing as a left-hander when he's a right-handed pitcher. And I guess he was using Warren Spahn's glove and trying to mimic Warren Spahn's windup for the Topps photographer. And not only that, but his name is spelled wrong. It's not Lou, it should be Lew. And I guess he was trying to fool the Topps photographer, and he did a really good job with that, as posing as a left-hander and even having his name misspelled. And so yeah, it was an interesting article from Sports Collectors Digest, March 11th of 2014, about Lou Burdett and his left-handed pose and his misspelled name. So pretty interesting. And I've showed this card before. It's the 1966 rub-offs, and I was real happy to get this. I'm trying to do a little research on these, and I'm probably going to send this in to get graded and just see what happens. I don't really know for sure, but I'd like to probably do that if I can. Let me see if that'll stand up there. Hey, what do you know it did for now? But so yeah, I'm going to get that Eddie Mathews rub-off graded. And I got this in the mail just today, as a matter of fact. But it's the 1960 Mound Magicians with Burdett, Spahn, and Buell. And you can see the little X right up there. And so I got it for really just like a penny. You know, not a penny, it was a quarter, I believe. But just real happy to get this card. And it's really sharp. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this in my collection and look for something different when I can find one a little bit better. But just a real nice card for a starter here, and happy to get it. The X doesn't bother me too much, so set that there. And then Brian made a comment on my post, Brian PF7QQ, and I had shown some 1955 and 54 Topps Commons I got, and he made a comment and said Billy Herman is a Hall of Famer. And I'll tell you what, Brian, I did not know that, and so I'm really thankful that you told me that. But yeah, sure, Billy Herman was a second baseman, and he went in the Hall of Fame in 1975. And see if I can get that to stand up there, but there we go. Yeah, so he went in the Hall of Fame in 1975. He played 1,922 games. He was a second baseman, and he had a nice 304 batting average, and his hits, real easy to remember, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2,345 hits. He had missed 2 years due to World War II service. He appeared in 4 World Series. He played for the Chicago Cubs, and then the Brooklyn Dodgers, and the Boston Braves. And he finished up with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1947. He only played in 15 games, and they retired. And then he became their manager, and he managed for 153 games in 1947. And he was a coach then in the rest of the league, and he became the Boston Red Sox manager in 1964 for the final 2 games of that season. And he managed all of 65, the full 162 games. In 1966, he was the manager for 146 games, and he was fired. But Billy Herman, Hall of Famer in 1975, and he died in September of 1992. So thank you, Brian, for bringing that to my attention. Billy Herman, and I just had him in my box, but I guess I will move him now into my Hall of Fame box. So happy to know that about Billy Herman. And then last but not least, I got this in the mail today, and I'm really, really happy. But it's the 1964 stand-up Eddie Mathews, and it's the single print one, so not very many of them, but real happy to get this in a SGC4, and it looks pretty darn good. Of course, the green and yellow, the edges are so important, but I really love it because of the green and yellow, and it's the Packer colors, and matches Bart Starr right there. But I read a little article on it. They talked about how the green they thought maybe was to mimic the grass, and the yellow the sky. But just a real interesting set, and I was really happy to pick this up. I thought I was going to have to wait until I was at maybe Strongsville or the National to find this. And it seems to be one of those cards because it's a single print, but as the grades go up, the prices really escalate quite quickly and quite high on the higher grades. So I was happy to get this SGC4. It's a nice looking card. I mean, just very, very nice looking. And so real happy to pick that up. And last but not least, I did pick up a Mike Schmidt 1983 Donruss, and happy to get that because most of my Schmidt cards that I have are pretty beat up. So I was happy to pick this one up here, 1983 Schmidt. So just wanted to share this real quick. And I guess for the Super Bowl, I'm going to go on record and say I guess I want the Chiefs to win. I'm not a 49ers fan at all, and I have more friends that are Kansas City Chiefs fans, and Chris in Missouri is a Chiefs fan, so I'm gonna pull for the Chiefs. But boy, my heart's still with Green Bay. So everybody have a great time collecting, and just thanks for all the comments, for the subscriptions. I appreciate the shout outs and the encouragement. And I just am really enjoying this YouTube community, watching the videos. I learned so much from so many of you, and I'm just really having a good time. So have a great night, and we will talk to you later.